Audra, your room is a disgrace.
He's the most fabulous thing I've ever seen. A general. Nick says he practically won the war by
Change your
himself.
clothes before you come to dinner.
So you were with 104th at Benton's Crossing?
6 days. Pinned down for 6 days in that lousy swamp with nothing to eat but bark and moss.
But you held that swamp.
Until you broke through.
You held it so that I could break through. An act of supreme heroism.
Oh, Mother. Mother, this is General Wallet.
Mrs. Barkley?
My son has admired you for years. You've justified your reputation.
Oh, hardly, madam. I was just passing south and trespassed quite uninvited to gain my bearings. The rest, coincidence. The mark, I suspect, of most heroics.
I suspect otherwise. You're staying the night, of course.
Well, I hardly...
My room.
Silas!
I'll tell him. I'll bunk to the guest room.
Excuse me, I must see to dinner. I assume you'll be dining with us.
Well, the last I heard of you, General, you were on the frontier.
6 years. What brings you west? To California?
Still with the Army?
Forever the Army.
Well, you have me more than intrigued, sir.
Well, then I apologize, because there is nothing as rude as to intrigue and then be forced to remain silent. My horse, never quartered so well, I'm sure, has an injury to his shin. You mind if I have a look at him before?
Oh, yes, of course. I'll see you the wine. Oprion 55.
55, really? That's not hospitality, that's homage.
Quite a guy. Oh, he could sure raise Ned with the brass. But he could win battles and men. Better than any man I ever met. What happened out there today? Well, it's you and me on this drive. I got nobody else. The men don't know the country. I've only walked it once. I'm gonna need your head. We'll bury the thing, all right?
All right, Nick. That horse. I've seen it before.
Wallen's horse?
The last 2 weeks, since I've been here.
Well, now, how could you? You heard him say he was just passing through.
From where?
None of your business. Or mine. General.
Barrett. Let's have a look at that arm. Well, that's not so bad.
No, sir.
Reb?
4 years with Johnston.
Pioneer Ridge?
You bet.
You boys are really something. It's the only time I ever took a ball in the back of my chest running away from musket fire. How'd you get that? Private?
It ain't private.
Oh.
This mongrel Heath rides in here about 2 weeks ago.
Heath Barkley?
Barkley, you know, Barkley, more than I am. Old man whelped him in a mining town.
Yeah, he started in giving orders like he owned a mint.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I thought Nick ran things.
Nick, yeah, he's fine.
Squashed him like a boot heel on a tater bug.
Oh, Nick, he knows. First time there's a duster, I'll make a bet. Heath makes tracks.
He gave you what for?
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. This man was at Pioneer Ridge. He gave what he got.
Yeah, that's right.
What about the rest of you?
Sir?
The war, I mean. Any of you in it?
Bull Run, Vicksburg.
I make that most.
Sup, old Spock here. Still trying to hook us that Mexican coyote shoot back in the 40s was a fight.
Well, it was a fight. It was, and I ain't forgot what I know.
What do you know, Spot?
How to take a Yaqui with my bare hand. Or blow a bridge, or gut a town.
You sound like you miss it.
Man miss anything he does well.
I know what you did. Peppered tails. What about you?
Ordnance.
Telegrapher.
Artillery.
Coherent mortars?
Coherns. Dahlgren.
Anybody here know how to take out a train?
Yeah.
What do you use?
Blasting powder and coffee gun.
What if you got no powder?
Log jammer on a turn.
Put some ice on that. It'll cut the pain.
Night, General.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We'll bed down here at the Kern River for a day, then up over these mountains, and it's home free to San Diego.
Those mountains, quite a climb.
There's a slight grade for about 10 miles or so, but nothing cattle can't take.
Water?
Prettiest lake you ever saw right up here on top.
I like it. It's good. I like it a lot.
In other words, you want out, right, Sam?
Jared, I didn't say that.
We went all through this 2 months ago. We told you then the Army had offered $15 a head more than the Kansas City price for all the steel we could deliver to San Diego. We talked to you, Sam. You and all the others said you wanted in.
Royce and Carr?
And Fries, in this morning, penned and tallied.
I lost that herd, Jared.
Be over my dead body.
Run him in.
McCall, you ride Gate Horse, and Heath, run Sam's herd in. Well, this ace is over. Let's howl at the wind.
Nick, that lake there at the top,
Greatest coffee water you ever drank.
it's not a lake.
What do you mean it's not a lake?
It's a runoff. Well, I was there. That was spring, Nick. This is August. It's high desert country. There's not a particle of water in those hills, not for 100 miles. Your lake, Nick, is nothing but barrel cactus and sage.
Travel along here till we get to the Kern River. And, then we go due east.
Would you excuse us, gentlemen? I sense the conversation's about to become masculine.
I don't mind.
Audra, would you get my sewing basket? There seems to be a button missing at the top of your dress.
Yes, east, along the base of these hills.
Oh, that's all desert.
You can't go over the mountains. You got to go around them, through Mint Canyon. There's water there. It's longer, but you can make up the time.
Oh.
I thought you knew this territory,
Well,
Nick.
not this territory.
Surely some of your men.
None of my men have been south of Fresno.
I think what my brother is subtly trying to suggest is that since you're traveling south yourself in the morning...
Did I go along with them? Oh, no, I'm sorry, gentlemen. I'd be nothing but a nuisance.
Well, that's hardly the word, General.
Well, if you can tolerate a man who doesn't know a drag from a flank, done.
Good, wonderful. I'll get in touch with McCall and have him set you up for tomorrow morning.
It's going to be lonely here the next few weeks. You and Nick on the drive, and Jared back to San Francisco, Eugene off to college. And Audra will. Whoever knows where Audra is.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, now we're going to have to do something about that. I've been many things to many people, but never ma'am. What's wrong, Heath?
Nothing.
Oh, no, not that, not to me. Trouble with the men?
I can handle the men.
Heath, you don't have to prove anything to anybody. You proved who and what you are 2 weeks ago in that fight against Coastal and Western. Now, how many men did they have? 60, 80 hired gunmen against a handful of farmers and my sons. You fought with them, and we won.
That horse.
What are you talking about?
That horse was there.
Mullen's horse?
At Sample's place with those hired guns.
Are you sure?
You don't forget a horse like that.
Have you told Nick?
No, Nick wouldn't believe it. He thinks Wallett's a saint.
And you can't prove otherwise?
No.
Nor can I. Oh, take care, Heath.
you're late, friend.
General.
In my country, when a man is no longer in the army, he's no longer a general. General.
You have them?
Of course.
How many?
30.
Henrys.
That's what I could get.
I want Winchesters.
And so I would like to be president. It's impossible.
So it's impossible.
General, I'll talk to my people.
Tell them I want 40, not 30.
40? You have so many men as 40?
I'll have them.
Against the Aricaras, you had 200. All dead. When are the 40?
When you have the Winchesters.
They'll be there for you at the Kern.
With all the rest of it?
Of course. Something more?
I want you to kill a man.